Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, this your motherfucking boy, King Known Uncensored. And man, more Drake lyrics age like milk. I get more love in the city that you from, boy. I love it, man. I love this. If you are a Kendrick Lamar fan like I am, bro, since the Section 80 days, 2010, late '09, round in there, this has been a very good year for you. And it's been a hell of a year for me. Because if you look back at my old content, I've been telling people that Drake has been a fraud his entire career, basically, after the ghostwriting thing, though. After, the 10 bands leaked and all that, after the Quentin Miller thing, you would have thought that a lot of Drake fans would have stopped here. But no, people continued on and acted like it didn't happen. Then, when Drake and Common went at it over Serena Williams. Now, you can say that Common took an L because Drake was messing with Serena Williams. That's cool. But Drake ain't win the battle rap portion of that. You ain't wetting shitting, nigga. You was Canada dry. After that line, that battle was over. Drake did the Stay Scheming shit after Common did Sweet. Sweet was a little bit more vicious. Stay Scheming was a great response. Then, after that, people ignored Common. Then the Meek Mill thing happened. That's cool. That was his only victory in battle. It's Meek Mill. Sorry, I had to laugh at that. But then the Pusha T shit happens. Okay. Now the world is starting to see cracks in Mr. Perfect. People were admitting that he lost. Like, even Drake himself went on LeBron's podcast and admitted that he lost in that battle. But y'all still cop Scorpion. Y'all still was listening to Scorpion. And he was still the man. He was still the number one artist. He was still charting with anything he dropped. Still going number one. And y'all pretty much ended up forgetting about that part. Even with you finding out that Adonis' mother did porn. No disrespect to her, but it's the truth. And Drake got her pregnant. And then now Pusha T made this nigga claim his son. Then, now we're at present day. So then, after that situation, y'all still buying the records. Now, summer 2024 comes along. And Kendrick Lamar finally calls out Drake and says he wants to battle. I told you, when it happened, I said, Drake, don't do it. Ignore this nigga. Because going at him is not a good idea. Punching out your weight class. Push-ups drops, great record. Push-up drops, great record. Then, he dropped Tailor Made. Then, Euphoria comes out. Family Matters comes out. Meet the Grams comes out. Not Like Us comes out. And I Quit Part 6. And after I Quit Part 6, the battle was over. But something happened this time that didn't happen the last time. You see, Kendrick Lamar is an equal of Drake's. And as it currently stands, he pretty much easily surpassed him now. But a lot of people weren't convinced. Kendrick Lamar has always been better than Drake. Remember that. He has always been better since their peaks. Kendrick's always put out better music and still sold millions of records. And Drake has always half-assed and gave mid-range jumpers out. And people still loved them. Now, after the Kendrick Lamar beef, now motherfuckers is turning around. Now Drake started beefing with A$AP Rocky, with Pusha T. Well, not Pusha T, but what's his name? Drake started beefing with Future. That was that's his top collaborator. He lost that. Once Kendrick Lamar got on that record, you could see like Drake's pull on the industry falling off. And you got to realize something. Drake been making hits for 15 years straight. He was the man. He was charting. He was the number man. That's all he had. And once he lost that, once he lost the women, and now, present day, he's lost Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. Which leads it back. I understand that I took a while to get to my fucking point, but we had to do a little backstory because a lot of these Drake sexual OVOians was not convinced. After Not Like Us, now the world sees it because Drake battled an artist that was on his level. This nigga, Kendrick Lamar has pop records. Kendrick Lamar has hit records. Kendrick Lamar had his own movie soundtracks and shit. And now, Toronto. Now, you know, the GNX tour has been going around. They doing their motherfucking thing. Kendrick and SZA, I went. You know what I mean? As y'all already know. But night one in Toronto, I was waiting. Oh, we got dressed up. We was waiting on this shit, nigga. We was waiting. I wanted to. Okay, so then Euphoria, the reaction to Euphoria, crazy, earth shaking, motherfuckers saying, "I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress," with their chests. They was saying it with their chest. Then I was just waiting, Not Like Us. Motherfuckers singing the words to the entire song with their chest. And then the A minor, and then the unthinkable happened. Then Toronto fans wanted an encore. They literally said, one more time, one more time. They wanted him to perform that shit again. And then Drake had the nerve to drop a song with Smiley. And then the crazy part about it was Drake was supposed to go live with Kai Cenat to counter the Kendrick Lamar Toronto concert. But one thing Drake forgot, buddy, it was sold out. Drake ain't think that Kendrick could sell out a stadium in his own city. This is something that Drake's never done. Drake's never sold out a stadium in his own hometown. And you got a sold out concert. Yes. You could use SZA as an excuse as to why, but nah, nigga. The way that crowd was reacting, they came to see some motherfucking Kendrick Lamar. Drake could never come to LA, sell out a stadium, and do diss records on Kendrick Lamar. The last tour Drake went on, this nigga was doing karaoke with a group of 19-year-olds. I said this when The Heart Part 6 dropped. Drake got Ja ruled. And now, Drake, you know, because when Jay-Z lost, you know, the terminology was he got ethered. But Jay getting ethered, you know, Jay still had a good career after he got ethered. 50 Cent, you know, I'm not going to say 50 Cent. I'm going to say 50 Cent, Eminem, and Dr. Dre ended Ja Rule's career. And Jimmy Iovine. That was a collective effort. Let's not act like 50 ended Ja's career. 50 played a big role in it. But he had the industry's elite to block anything that Ja Rule did. I'm not going to give Curtis all the fucking credit. But Kendrick Lamar, Ja Rule, Drake. Because a domino effect happened. 2020, the rest of 2024 and early 2025, Drake dropped 50 plus songs, including the album that he did with Party Next Door. And only one hit came out of it. One hit. This is a person that anytime this man dropped, he was going number one. No matter what it was. It could be a record in a different accent. It didn't matter. Now, on his new record with Smiley, he's doing the accent shit again. Right after Kendrick said, there's not an accent that you can sell me. Yeah. It's a tough ending to watch, but me being a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm loving every moment of this because we've been trying to tell you that dude was a fraud. Dude was a culture vulture. Dude was using the culture. You know? And now that his own city is turning their back on him and yelling and singing all the Kendrick Lamar shits, it's over for dude. It's over for him. Rest in peace to Drake and his career. You know, Drake got some jams. Let's not take it away from him. His old shit is dope shit. But Drake's never put out a classic album. Drake's never put out an album that changed hip hop. Drake's put out just good music. Just good music to listen to and to go to the club and all this other shit. But I told y'all, and the Kendrick Lamar has killed a generation of hip hop video. That Kendrick killed this shit. Nobody wants to hear mumble rap anymore over trap beats. Nobody wants to hear that mumbo jumbo shit. Like the EBT, not the EBT, but the B-side hip hop wars. You know, people wanted to hear rappers rap again. This is why, like, Rayvon and Absol and Daylight and AZ Chike and all these guys got into that battle. That generation is dead. Like, again, where the fuck is Young Thug dropped another record with Future, but that shit is gone. Lil Baby album, it's barely gold. Sexy Songs for You is platinum, but that's not what we used to from Drake. Drake usually 5 times, 6 times platinum right now at this stage. Look at For All the Dog sales, right? And compare it to For Some Sexy Songs for You. Compare For All the Dogs the first year it came out to Sexy Songs first year. It's a significant drop off. And you can't blame Party Next Door either. Because he's a gold selling artist. But my point is, Drake is done for. It's over. Put that nigga ass in the dirt, smoking on a Drake pack. Send him right in the box back to you. It's King Known, NBA and Music Talk. And I'm gone.